Hi, this is Camilita here, and welcome to another edition of The Camilita Show. This is where you learn to live like a champion. On today's episode, I'm going to talk to you about a topic that a lot of people have asked me about this week. And that topic is, how do you see yourself? Welcome to The Camilita Show. It's so important that the way you see yourself and the way you perceive yourself is not how others see you. Now, I know I'm sort of saying that in a completely different way from what most people are accustomed to. It is what the world sees of you and how you are seen to the world, but a lot of it is just BS. Let me just be very blunt with you. So many people are trying to live up to someone else's standard. They're trying to live up to someone else's belief, someone else's, wherewithal. They're trying to live according to someone else's, just how, they see themselves. And they themselves are unhappy. How many people you know are unhappy because they are living up to someone else's standard? And they don't see themselves as they should see themselves. How do you see yourself? Do you see yourself as success? Do you see yourself as a failure? Do you see yourself as someone who's building or growing or developing or changing or creating? Or do you see yourself as someone that is not doing anything, that can't do it, that feel that everything is going wrong, or that everything is going bad, or that things are just not right? At this moment in time, with the global economy, a lot of people are struggling, let's be real. However, like I was speaking to a client today, and I was saying to that client, you based on who you are now, that person hasn't changed. That person hasn't changed. The fact that you're going through what you're going through, that hasn't changed who you are. It has changed where you are, but it hasn't changed who you are. And there's a quote in which I say a lot: who you are is not where you are, and where you are is not who you are. So your where should not take over who you are. Because sometimes, depending on life situations, depending on divorce or ill health or sickness or death or, debt with money, depending on just sort of all of that, your sort of where will change. But the who is still you. It is still the person that is amazing, that the world knows, that has, been more or less changing people's lives, or creating something, or building something, or doing something, or just being a support to your family, or to your loved ones, or to your mom, or to your dad, or creating products and services, or being a success, or being the success in which you are. Not being a success like what someone else believes to be a success. So I want to give you a couple of tips on what you can do to truly just believe in all of who you are, to understand who you are, and to not be concerned about what other people are saying. Just focus on who you are and not where you are. And how do you see yourself? A couple of tips on how to see yourself the way in which you should see yourself. Number one, look at what you have done over the last 10, 20, or 30 years. That is who you are. And based on your experience, based on the things in which you've done, you've developed, how you've grown, that is how you should see yourself, because that is who you are. So take the time off to sit down and even write it down. This is what I've done, this is what I've created, and this is who I am. Don't forget to click on the link and subscribe so you can get a whole lot more. Number two, this is how to see who you truly are in your life and in your business. Understand that failure is part of success. It is part of what you're going through. It will help you make you into who you are. I remember going through some really challenging times. And the thing that we always come out, or we would bring about, is that, we are a failure, or no, you are not a failure. The situation has failed. The business has failed. The marriage possibly failed. Okay? But you are not a failure. And so revisit the pain, the hurt, in a way whereby it is going to allow you to be better, to be more, to do more, to create more, because it was just a phase to teach you life lessons you could pass on to someone else. Not in a negative way, but in a positive way moving forward. And last but not least, this is something that I had to do myself when it comes to truly understanding just who I am and how do I see myself. I had to align with believers and thinkers and winners and creators and people more important that believed in me. Who are you around? Who believes in you? It doesn't matter what you're trying to create. It doesn't matter what you're trying to do. Who believes in you right now, in what you're doing, creating, building? What is it? Who? Be around believers, creators, winners, people that truly believe in where you're going, and they're not bothered about where you were. Your past, leave it there. I know what I'm telling you because I've had to do it for my own life. I've been through all sorts. Some of you know my story. If you've read my story, you've listened to some of my videos, you know my story, from the public dump in Trinidad to being quoted in Forbes and BBC Business News and all sorts. So I know how it feels to sort of not be at a place whereby you don't think that you are achieving or you're attaining. But when you have the right people around you all the time, a coach, a trainer, a speaker, people who believe in you, people who will fire you up, people who will give you a right kick up the assets to get it done, it helps so much to take you to the next level. I want to encourage you to just believe in who you are, to know who you are, and more importantly, to just do it, regardless of how you feel, to just create the life and business of your dreams. How do you see yourself? If you see yourself as a failure, I want to encourage you to change that, because you're alive, and where there is life, there is hope. If you see yourself as a winner, then create more winning experiences to empower and inspire and change other people's lives. This is the only way to do it. I have had to do it. There were times I felt so low and so down. Can I do this? Will I do this? Will people listen? Will people want to buy my products? Is it okay that I feel down today while I failed? And I had to speak to myself and say, this is just today. You have tomorrow. Because yesterday went. And so today also will pass. And tomorrow is not promised, but tomorrow is always hope. I want to encourage you to hope against hope. See yourself as to who you are. Create the life and the business of your dreams. And if you have any questions, as always, feel free to send me a very quick message at camilita.com and click on the link and subscribe for more videos. We're going to have a lot more coming up for you over the next coming days, weeks, months, as we teach you to truly live your champion life today and every day. So see yourself as who you are, not where you are. This is Camilita here from The Camilita Show. As always, saying I'll see you soon, and I will see you at the top. Click the link, subscribe now for more videos, and I'll see you soon.